And welcome to Sports Talk on a beautiful Friday night, on the Friday night edition. And we're going to have a great time. Hope everyone had a happy Thanksgiving yesterday. And tonight is sports. So we have a lot to talk about. I'm Dr. Jerry Green, along with my good friend Big Don for Big Don Production, live in the studio. What's up, my brother?
Everything's good.
Everything is good. We got the legend, Bruce Austin. What's up, Bruce? What's up?
Everything's beautiful, brother. Everything's beautiful.
All right, and all the way from Maryland, we got two guys from Maryland. My brother-in-law, Larry Pearson. What's up, Larry?
Everything's good.
Everything is good. We'll find out in a few minutes about the Kansas City Chiefs. Everything is good. Every moment moves. Kendall Tyson, what's up?
Go ahead, what's happening? Every moment moves.
Every moment
moves.
And one of the greatest bishops, I'll say the greatest bishop, Ernest Richard Jr. How you doing, my brother?
I'm watching the Chiefs hold on to their teeth right now.
Known as the closer.
All right. Well, first of all, before I get started, Larry, I know you're ready. How was your Thanksgiving, first of all?
My Thanksgiving was great.
Right.
Thanksgiving was great. It was nice. It was peaceful. Got plenty of food. Got a lot of rest.
All right.
I was good.
What about you, Bishop?
Everything except for that last one. Rest, what is that? No, and it was great. So good to see everybody. And of course, I'm glad I ate before I watched that Chicago game, but I know we'll talk about it later.
What about you, Kendall? How was your Thanksgiving, brother?
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Terrific. Fantastic. Restful,
Right.
Great.
Legend. How about yours, man? I know you spent time with moms, right? Bruce, talking to you.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. I thought you said Bishop. Yeah, it was beautiful, man. Me and moms had that good dinner.
I was gonna say, her mom's doing good, right?
Oh yeah.
All right.
She cooked it all too, man.
Oh, wow. How old your mom's now? She's what?
93.
93 years old.
Wow. God bless her. And she cooked everything?
Cooked everything.
Bruce spoiled like me.
Hey, Jerry, you remember that old Jamaican skit? Bruce, you lazy thing, you only had one job. You should have had four.
Hey, I did my one job. I ate.
Hey, leave it alone.
I was great time with family.
Yes. Yeah. Mine's is great too. I want to say.
And Jerry.
Yeah.
When all that was going on, that one job, they were living right on Lake Place when I was at the radio station, right? You know that David Allen Greer was over there, Angela Bassett, Courtney Vance was over there.
Oh, wow.
Charles Dutton, Jeannie Bell, they all right up on Lake Place.
Wow, okay, I didn't know that.
I used to meet them at Fitzwillies and stuff.
Larry's all excited. What's up, Larry Webb? What's going on?
Well,
they missed the field goal.
Who missed the field goal?
Exactly. I was just getting ready to say that. They missed the field goal. So, like I said earlier, I'm watching them hold on by the skin of their teeth.
Skin. They don't need no skin.
So, Larry, come on.
Okay. Before I get to that one, before you guys get started, I know you guys are ready. Bruce, the Cowboys won 2 in a row. Cooper Rush is the quarterback. What is the Cowboys' chance of making the playoffs? The division is weak. Commanders, the Giants. Do they have a outside shot of coming in and making the playoffs? The Cowboys, if they win, let's say the next 4 to 5 games or something, do they have a good chance?
Their chances slim and none, and Slim went home.
Wow, Bruce.
Now, wait a minute. This is a hardcore Cowboy fan that just did that. Slim went home.
Slim went home. He left none.
Slim's still there.
Right, Larry, what you think? Hold on, go ahead, Larry.
I think if there was a miracle, it would have to be a complete miracle. And I think it ain't gonna happen.
The reason I said that because they got too many teams to jump over, man.
But the division is weak in that division, right?
It ain't the division, it's the whole NFC.
No, I'm talking about.
There you go.
Okay. Well, we know Philly is going to be the number 1 team in that division. Now, what other team in that division is a big threat?
It's got nothing to do with the division, I'm telling you. It's got nothing to do with the division.
Okay.
They got too many teams to jump over. They're trying to get a wild card. If anything, they ain't gonna win the division.
Well, I'm talking about the wild card. Can they get a wild card?
No, because there's too many teams. You don't go by the division on the wild card unless you're up there.
Go
To
by
get
the
in the playoffs, you got to jump over everybody in the NFC.
Okay.
No,
Yeah,
You got
they go by the best record.
no, but I'm saying they
I
got too
agree.
many teams. They got too many teams in the NFC that they got to jump over to get that wild card.
Okay.
The wild card don't always come out of that division, you know.
No, well, see, you got to take this into consideration, Jay. I got to agree with Bruce because Minnesota right now holds the number 5 spot. Okay, Green Bay, believe it or not, holds the number 6 spot, and ain't but what 1 spot left after that. And Washington is the outside chance of getting that spot, and
Right.
of course, Atlanta has that chance. Cowboys are behind those teams I just mentioned. So the truth of the matter is, all those teams would literally have to falter for the Cowboys to have any kind of shot to get even the last spot.
Exactly.
All right, Kendall, you don't think so? You agree with them guys too?
I don't think the Cowboys have a chance. I mean, come on, you got Detroit, you got Philadelphia, you got Los Angeles.
Those are the given.
The NFC
Those are the
is
given.
bunched up. Minnesota. There's just too many of them. I just think that I think they're out of it. Like he said, slim and none, and slim left. They got no shot. I don't think so.
Don already agreed with Bruce already. You have no chance, right?
Well, the Cowboys looked pretty good against the Giants, but I think if they played against the Giants, would beat them.
Well, you're thinking wrong now.
Hey, Don. I said yesterday was a scrimmage game. That's what we was watching, a scrimmage game.
Why you say that, man? No. Even the fans, I saw the fans. They had the little towels out. They was excited for the
Jerry.
Second time in a row, Cowboys fans have something to be shouting about.
Jerry, every time, if you get coal in your stocking every Christmas, when you get an actual toy, you should be excited.
Hey, Jerry, the thing is, that's an interdivision game, so that those division games always popular. It don't matter what the record is.
Okay, all right. Well, they was happy to beat on the Giants, though. I mean, the fans,
always. Giants ain't beat us in 4 years.
Right, and on Thanksgiving Day too. Cowboys won on Thanksgiving, Bishop. Thanksgiving Day too.
I know. Traditionally speaking, but like I'm gonna stick to my guns on this one. If the Cowboys get in, those last 4 teams I mentioned literally would have to falter for them to even have a shot.
But
literally,
but even
they'd
have
to lose. We got what 4 games left? They'd have to lose all 4 games, and the Cowboys would have to win all 4 games. They're not mathematically eliminated. If they lose any one of these last 4 games, they're mathematically eliminated.
The Cowboys got 5 games left.
Well, if they lose any one of them,
don't forget they're playing 17 games now.
Yeah, I thought they had their bye already.
They're 5 and 7.
Right.
They ain't going nowhere.
So the Cowboys gonna need that miracle that Larry was talking about.
Yeah, miracle whip. Make a sandwich and lay back.
See, Larry's kind of concerned up there. I'm USC watching the television, Larry. What was the score now?
Same score. 2 minutes left.
Same score?
Oakland got the ball.
Okay, so Oakland field goal is over. They can win the game.
They just missed one when they could have took the lead.
That's right. That's what you talk about. So Larry, okay, even if the Chiefs lose, it's no big thing. They'll be 10-2, but they're not going to lose. No. Okay, but are you concerned about the Chiefs? They just barely beat the Carolina last week. They're struggling this week. Is any concerns for your team, Larry, at all?
I'm concerned about the offensive line.
Okay.
The offensive line lately had given 10 sacks in the last 2 games.
2 in this game.
They have 5 in this game.
I missed those first 4. I saw 2 of them.
So you missed 3.
Okay.
And 5 sacks, 10 in 2 games. That's crazy.
Well, to be honest with you, I'm looking at Andy Reid. He usually has decent clock management. Unfortunately, that last series of downs, he didn't do a very good job of managing the clock. But then again, Magic Man Mahomes didn't pull a rabbit out of his behind this time. So let's see what happens.
He tried. He had a man open, but he overthrew him.
Yeah, he had to get rid of the ball too soon.
Hey, I will say this respectfully. Magic Man couldn't pull a rabbit out of his tail because the boy had gas. He's constipated right now.
Bruce, is there any concern for the Chiefs right now?
I mean, I wouldn't have no concern looking back at their history. Like I said Tuesday, when the lights come on, it's a different game for Kansas City.
Okay, I'll go.
They 10-1. They 10-1 right now. What they care about losing the game?
But that's what I was telling Larry earlier. If they lose, it's no big thing. But you don't want to start losing either, because you might lose one, then you lose 2 in a row. The next thing you know, it might be 3 in a row. Now you got a problem. Like the Commanders, they had those on a roll till they lost 1, then lost 2, lost 3. Now they got a problem.
Now they got a confidence problem.
Yeah, they got you don't want to lose any game, because that next game could be even one that you don't want to lose. Kendall, what you think? Any concern?
No, I mean, because they've shown that they show when the lights show up. I mean, they're in the playoffs at the end. They got the best record in the league besides the Detroit Lions. I mean, I don't worry about teams playing them tough because they are the champions. You're the champs. You play your best game against the champ. So they're winning, and I have no concerns. I mean, they've shown us something. They've been there the last couple of years. Last year, if we would have had any kind of concerns, it was the fact that he played every single game on the road. That's the first time in history, and went straight and won the Super Bowl. Period.
But
I think the Giants did that with Jeff Hostetler, though.
Kendall, wasn't the Eagles
I think they were a wild card.
Kendall, wasn't the Eagles like 10-1 last year too?
And then lost everything at the end. Yeah.
Yeah, they lost 6 in a row.
Their games.
Right, that's what I'm saying. There was 10-1 though, right? Just like the Chiefs.
Kansas City ain't gonna do that, bro.
Yeah.
I don't think so. No. They're not gonna do 6 in a row. No way. But it got to be. I said, well, see, y'all look at that TV, kind of hard up there, man. So much. I know Larry's kind of concerned a little bit.
Larry looked like he about to bust over. He got all tight.
He should be, because they're driving, Jerry. He should be.
Loosen up that top button, man.
Oh, man. Well, we'll find out the final score in a few.
In just a few minutes, and less than a minute and change, we're gonna get the final score. But I'm amazed that the Raiders are playing the way they're playing.
Who got the ball now?
Let it roll. Let it roll.
It's all over. It's all over.
Don't panic. It ain't over yet. Pat Mahomes knows exactly what to do.
What happened, Bruce?
Pass that got him the first down, and I don't know where they're on the 30.
They got plenty of time, but they got a long way to go.
Yeah, they got to get to their own 30 to be able to try and make a second attempt at a field goal.
Yeah. And
Kansas City's defense, how many sacks?
Now they're getting close.
Oh, I know they are. They're really close.
Larry a couple of minutes in front of us.
But I got prime just like Larry does, so we're about equal. So I'm seeing it when he sees it.
But why are you waiting for that? Kendall, the Packers beat the Dolphins, and Green Bay is now 9-3. How much of a threat are the Packers in the NFC?
Danger. I mean, pretty much the Green Bay Packers. They did this last year. They towards the end of the year. That's why the Jordan Love guy got the contract and everything like that. They're dangerous. I mean, Detroit, Green Bay, that division. That's the thing. I used to call it the black and blue.
Okay. I lost you.
Hey, Larry, you got my computer shaking, man.
We lost you, brother. Bishop.
There?
All right.
Bob McCormick was calling.
There you go.
Dangerous.
Yeah, and I gotta go with Kendall. Larry can't concentrate. Hey, Larry, shut your mic off. We can hear you.
Bishop, about Green Bay. What about Green Bay?
I got you. Let's concentrate on this show. Like Kendall said, Green Bay has been and will be a danger. The NFC North is going to post 3 teams in the playoffs.
Yeah.
They are Detroit, Minnesota, and Green Bay. Green Bay is dangerous in the very fact that it not Green Bay that played in the NFC Championship game, or was it the semifinals?
Yes, it was Green Bay.
Okay. So yeah, and then we got a newcomer to the game, technically in Detroit, who's people are saying it might be Detroit Philly in the championship. Then you got Minnesota, the dark horse. Green Bay is going to be a problem for whoever they play. Doesn't matter who it is. So, and they're going to, and probably my guess is they're going to play the winner of the West. So either they're playing the Rams or they're playing the Falcons, one or the other. And to me, Green Bay has beaten both of them already, haven't they?
You see what Detroit did? You see what Detroit did yesterday? They just snuck back.
Well, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you, and they fired the coach, by the way. From Chicago. They fired that coach immediately.
Game's over.
Yeah, okay, well, we got you, Larry. We knew that was going to happen. But anyway, that coach, that was the biggest bonehead play. You got one timeout. You got 26 seconds on the clock. Who dropped the ball on that one? All right,
The coach.
Yeah, it was the coach. Caleb Williams only went out there and did what he was told to do. So I can't. I'm holding him responsible, and he nearly got away with it. I thought that should have been a pass interference toward the end because only one player went for the ball. I don't know who the defender was in the back, but he was up on the receiver's backside before the ball ever showed up. That should have been a call. They should have gotten that. They should have gotten that one opportunity, or Caleb Williams should have spiked the ball because they were on the 21, 22-yard line, should have spiked the ball and kicked the field goal from there. So, yeah, that was a terrible call, man. That was the biggest bonehead play I think I've seen this year, the single biggest bonehead play. So that's my take on that game.
You talking about which game now? You're talking about
the Chicago game, the Chicago-Detroit game.
Detroit, okay. Bruce, I'll get back to Green Bay. What kind of threat they're going to be?
Oh, they're gonna be tough, man. They one of them teams that you got to play. You can't come out there taking them for granted.
Okay.
You know what I mean? They tough. I think they 9-3.
Yeah, they're 9-3. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. They're 9-3.
You know, that's right there. That mean the two wild cards gonna come out that division, like Ernie said. It's only two wild cards.
Yeah,
that's it.
And both of them coming out of that division.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So that means hypothetically, Bruce, that means Green Bay is going to play the winner of the West, and Minnesota is going to play the winner of the East.
Yeah. See, Washington still got a chance, but they got to win.
Yep.
I think they 7-5 now.
Right. They got
to win to get in front of Minnesota. Okay. You know, if not, there's only going to be one team come out of the East. That's going to be Philly.
And that's going to be it.
Okay.
That's it.
So if Washington don't make the playoffs, Bruce, especially after a hot start, coach going to get fired or what?
No, he won't get fired. He did good with a rookie quarterback.
Sure did. Rookie of the year
quarterback. Right. That's right.
He did great.
Larry, give me your take on Green Bay. They're 9-3.
Green Bay is a solid team. Green Bay is a lot better than people give them credit for.
Yep.
They got a great defense. They got a great running game. I think they can compete with just about anybody as long as Love don't throw an interception.
Great receivers.
But I think Green Bay can beat anybody.
Right.
In the NFC.
Yeah.
So they come out, they could be in the Super Bowl, then you're saying.
I mean, they can, but we don't think they will.
Right, right. But
they got potential. You know, you can't just say they're gonna get beat. They got a chance.
Okay.
And you know what? To add to what both of them guys just said, why is Detroit picking now to start leveling off? Their last 3 games, they barely after their last blowout, they've been leveling off, just barely getting by. When Carolina gives you a hard time, and then Chicago gives you a hard time.
They try to play like Kansas City.
They can't.
But Carolina gave Kansas City a hard time last week.
But Larry, you know when a team have a run like that, usually coming down to the end of the season, most of the time they fought a little bit anyway.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Nobody keep that pace.
They was up too high.
Right.
Oh, they was up too high. The Lions.
No, they were rolling so high. I mean, you're blowing people out by 3 and 4 scores. You know, their last who was it? They blew out 52 to. That was the Jaguars, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Blew them. I mean, when I say blew them out, absolute blew them out. And to me, that's when they spent their energy there. Carolina comes in. Bryce Young gives him a heart attack almost. And then even last night, Chicago had a coach that had a brain in his head. No disrespect, folks, so don't fall apart. It's a sports talk show. But if the coach had a brain in his head, they might have lost 2 straight.
That was pitiful, Ern.
It was. I don't know why I was mad. Hey, wait a minute. I'm not even a Bears fan, but I don't know.
The Packers. I don't know what they be talking about.
About the Packers.
I suppose the Packers are a great team. I always did like Jordan Love anyway. But Larry hit the nail on the head. When the time comes down to it and it gets hot, Jordan Love gonna throw a few interceptions and they're gonna lose. They're never gonna make it to the big one, to the big dance. They never.
Never. Okay.
Yeah, but I got one comment on the Chicago's coach. He should have been fired for both games because he lost them both. I mean, all you gotta do is call a timeout. I mean, it was almost 40 seconds on the clock, and it went down to 5 seconds. I mean,
I couldn't believe it. And to make it bad, the rookie quarterback kept looking over there saying, "Man, don't nobody know what to do." He still wouldn't call timeout.
Yep.
Hey, let me ask you guys a question. I'm going to talk about the two cities for a second, Chicago and Detroit. Do you think it's a Chicago and Detroit thing as well? You know that, for example, Detroit might think Chicago think they're better than them. Do you think when them two franchises in any sport get together is a city type thing?
It's an all-around rivalry. It's an all-around rivalry. Pick your sport. It's always been an all-around rivalry as far back as you can go, whether it's baseball, basketball, football, even soccer, believe it or not. It's a rivalry.
I'll give you an example. Because we're in Connecticut. You know, you got Bridgeport, Hartford, and New Haven. Now, a lot of people think that this is over what I heard over the years, that New Haven think they're better than Bridgeport.
Of course.
Or Hartford because we got Yale University. You know, when you're coming from New York or whatever, coming into Connecticut, you're going to see the sign New Haven. You don't see nothing about Bridgeport or you don't see nothing Hartford. You see New Haven. You know what I'm saying? On the boom, 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 boom. So,
hey, Jerry, before you get out of New York, you see the sign said New Haven.
That's what I'm saying. So, and a lot of times when we used to play them teams like Bridgeport Central or Hartford Public or whatever, you know, they wanted to beat New Haven so bad because we was in New Haven. Of course
they did.
No, they wanted to beat New Haven because New Haven had all the publicity. Well, no school in Connecticut more powerful than the New Haven 3 schools that they had.
Hey, let's go back for a minute, Jerry. You guys were in school back in the 70s. I think it was either 75, 74, 75. Cross was ranked number 1 nationally. Hillhouse was ranked. Yeah, and Hillhouse was ranked number 5 nationally. Lehigh was ranked number 20-something nationally. Okay, the 3 biggest schools in New Haven. Of course, they're going to hate on us. Public, Weaver, Central, Harding, they couldn't stand it. Now they got these little mid-range schools talking junk because they had a little bit of success against us. Y'all better relax because back in them days, man, we'd have punched you in the mouth, sat down, and ate dinner.
They wouldn't even get on the schedule.
No, but Bridgeport has some good teams because they beat Cross one year. I think they beat Super John. Huh?
Look, Bridgeport, Harding got some good teams late 70s. Okay, but I mean, for the class double L, when they had a true to life double L class, the top of the class is in this order. It was Cross, Hillhouse, Weaver, Public, Harding, Central. That was the top of the double L class back then. Because 76 was my graduation year. I left school, but I came back and got my diploma because my mom said, go back to school or else. But anyway, the truth of the matter is, it was like that, you know? Well, the truth of the matter is, those schools that I just mentioned, if you couldn't get past those schools, you wasn't going anywhere. Right. End of story. And when they met in the Civic Center at the time, they played in the Coliseum, they played in the Civic Center up in Hartford. Man, I mean, you want to talk about sellout crowds? Come on, man.
We played Payne and Whitney Gym one time. Everything was at Payne and Whitney Gym.
They played the championship one time in the New Haven Coliseum.
Oh, yes, they did.
And for sure. Matter of fact, early that year, Bridgeport beat Cross.
Yeah,
exactly.
I think that was 75.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They beat Ronnie Kelly. They had a shot at the buzzer.
Right.
Somebody from Bridgeport game. Then I think Bridgeport beat Super John in the playoffs. Then Hillhouse beat that same team that beat Cross.
And Lehigh won their state championship in the Coliseum.
That's right.
And they beat Harding, I think it was.
That was with Slide. That was 76. That was with Slide.
Yeah.
With Slide and Pee Wee.
Yeah, Slide Williams. And I'm going to tell you that Lehigh team, man, was basically unstoppable. Nobody could guard Sly. I couldn't figure that out for the life of me, man. I mean, we watched this guy when they came to Hill House. I'm thinking to myself, what's he got, an extra set of legs or what? You know, but
here we go. Here we
it
go.
was.
We
It
back.
was. All right, there you go. It was what it was. But yeah, I mean, today, if you listen to the CIAC today, I don't know half them teams they got that they call top ranked teams. They've been trying to get the Amities, the Greenwich. Who's that other team? Y'all, come on, y'all, help me out here. Y'all know what I'm trying to say.
All the suburban teams.
Yeah,
Right.
them suburban teams were mediocre. They still are.
New Britain. I mean, they had New Britain. I mean, Bristol.
New
That's
England
where
was in there. Well, yeah,
that's where that
Bristol
boy from UConn went to. The 7-footer.
Yeah,
Okay, listen,
Bristol.
Rich, I'm gonna move on, man, because I know it's 6:27. This is Sports Talk on the WJRG Television Network. And Tuesday, we're gonna buy a TV, Kendall and Bruce, for the studio. So we're gonna be watching the television inside the studio too. So we got one on order. So we're looking forward to having fun. But I want to move on. Sunday, the Eagles and the
Say that again, Jay.
we got a television that we're putting up in our studio. So we're gonna be watching us while we're on television ourselves in the studio. We're gonna have our own TV in our studio.
I can dig it.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have some fun, brother. The Ravens and the Eagles. Who you got, Bishop, Sunday?
I'm going with the Eagles. They flying too high to come down to Dirty Bird land or to the Ravens. You know, I love Lamar Jackson. I love King Henry, Flowers, and I love the whole team. But at the end of the day, Jalen Hurts and that team, Mr. Brown, and of course the man himself, I'm gonna call him the MVP, Saquon Barkley. What are you gonna do about it?
Larry, who you got, Larry? The Ravens.
I want to say the Ravens, but Philadelphia got the better team overall. I mean, they got a complete running game. They got the best receivers, and I think they got the best quarterback too. And I think overall, Philadelphia's going to take them down.
Go ahead, Bruce.
You said you would take Jalen Hurts over Lamar?
Philadelphia got a complete team. Complete.
Yeah, but I'm saying you said they got the better quarterback.
I think so.
I don't think Jalen Hurts is better than Lamar.
But think about it like this. With the receivers Jalen Hurts got and receivers Lamar got, I would go with Hurts.
Yeah, that's I agree with everything else you said. You know, that's going to be a big toss-up.
But
you know what I mean?
if the quarterback, you can give what's the name the edge, but with his receivers, Hurts is going to get the best out of it, though.
And his tight end. Do not forget his tight end.
It's going to come down to turnovers.
Okay, special teams. Go ahead, Kendall. Ravens.
Saquon Barkley is letting Derrick Henry know that we are the two best running backs in the game. I think, I think the quarterbacks cancel themselves out. I think the running backs cancel themselves out. I think the X factor is going to be A.J. Brown for Philadelphia. I think Philadelphia beats Baltimore on Sunday.
Who you got, Don? Same thing?
Well,
they're playing in Baltimore. I believe they're playing in Baltimore too now.
I'm going to go.
Yes, they are.
When I look at the last 3 games, I'm going to say Philly definitely been playing better than the Ravens. So it's like the Ravens was falling a little bit and the Eagles was peaking a little bit.
Okay.
So I'm going to go with the Eagles on that.
All right, but if they give the ball to, you guys say, the running back Henry, like they haven't been doing before, can the Eagles stop Henry? What you think?
Nobody can stop him.
Well,
that ain't the point.
But no, but y'all said before they wouldn't give him the ball. And they gave him the ball last.
Eagles can stop him. They got they got those defensive tackles that can stop him.
I think the Eagles are peaking right now. They're starting to peak.
Well, I'm gonna pick the Ravens on this one. I like the Eagles. I'm going with the Ravens on this one, I think, because it's gonna be a big game. And I think the Ravens gonna send a message.
You know what I think? I think that I think Baltimore gonna take this one. They're gonna bring Philly back down to earth.
No, I think
I'm
Baltimore.
gonna put it like this, and I'm happy to hear you guys say that, but you got to remember, Baltimore has a tough time stopping the run. Okay,
yes, they do.
They're ranked. They're ranked somewhere in the top 15 for stopping the run.
That could be problems.
That's going to be a huge problem because I mean, you know, if you don't stop Saquon Barkley in his tracks, and then their backup running back who can get 2 or 3 yards. Right now, Philly's averaging somewhere between 5 and 6 yards a carry. And that's a lot of yardage when you're in a 60-minute game,
Sure
however
is.
long the game.
See,
I
but
mean, so
Larry telling me that that Philly can stop Henry though. I mean, suppose they can't stop him. They never played against him yet.
They're physical enough to stop him.
that I was gonna say.
Philly
And
is a
see that
physical team.
you got to look at their defensive line. Their defensive line can close a hole on a moment's notice. Okay.
Okay.
Their defensive line can close a hole on a moment's notice. And Baltimore's team can't do the same thing. Henry has to get outside to start galloping like a racehorse. He can run up the middle. Saquon Barkley will run up the middle. You hear me? Run right up the middle. That's how he burns you. He goes right through the crowd, and by the time he gets outside, he's already 20 yards down the field. So I'm going to stick to my guns on this one. Philly's going to beat them. You need a score? I'll give you a score. I'm going to say 27-17 Philadelphia.
Well, Bruce and I, we got Baltimore. I'm going with Baltimore because I just think Baltimore, they got to send a message. Not only,
But look at the complete team. Everybody on paper say Baltimore got the kind of team that can beat Philly. But if you look at the complete team, offense, defense, find out where they rank at, and you got to give them Philly. The overall team and the overall record. Last week, Ravens went to sleep on half of the game. They didn't do nothing.
well, okay, well, go ahead, Bishop.
I was going to say, keep in mind, the Eagles also have a punt returner. And this guy has been dangerous. I mean, I think he broke one all season, but he's dangerous. I mean, he's averaging about maybe 25, 30 yards on a return. So, and Baltimore's a sloppy tackling team. So, I'm thinking it's special teams that's really going to be the difference maker on this one.
All right, well, what about the Steelers and the Bengals? Bruce, what do you think about that? The Steelers and the Bengals.
Oh man, that's tough. But I'm going with Cincinnati, man. I like Chase and the Burrows, man. I like that matchup.
Okay. Over the Steelers only lost.
Chase, Burrows, and Higgins, man. I like that matchup, man.
I mean, the Steelers gonna lose 2 in a row. They lost to Cleveland, right? Then they lose to the Browns in that snowy game. So they're going to lose 2 in a row.
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, but didn't they play a game since then?
Did they?
No.
No.
That was last week.
Yeah, that was last week.
They play this coming Sunday. I think it's a 4:00 game, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
But
Yeah.
anyway, they'll be playing.
I'm going with Cincinnati on that.
I'll tell you the reason Cincinnati's not going to win. Cincinnati got the better receivers, but that defense of Philly is going to put so much fire.
No, we're talking about Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Pittsburgh's defense going to lock them down because they're going to put so much heat on the quarterback. Burrow, if you put heat on Burrow, he's not a pinpoint passer. If you put a lot of heat on him, he's running for his life. And the offensive line is not that good.
That's right.
What do you got, Bishop? Steelers or the Bengals?
I'm rolling with the Steelers because for what Larry said, truth of the matter is Burrows, he's coming out, but he doesn't seem to be all the way out for some strange reason. Lamar Chase, great receiver, but after Lamar Chase, who are we talking about?
T. Higgins.
Yeah, and Higgins is right now, he's not MIA, but he's not really present either. So I don't know what to say about it.
Don't forget, he's been in and out with injuries.
Yes,
He hasn't been playing consistent.
Yeah, and that's the whole
play one game, he sit out a game.
Exactly.
But when he's in there, he take a lot of pressure off of Chase.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then their running back. I mean, he's doing a half decent job. He's doing what he's supposed to do. Taking and allowing him to mix up plays. But when you start looking at the Steelers, they're starting to click. Okay,
Right.
so
I'm
rolling with Pittsburgh on this one.
I'm going with Pittsburgh. Kendall, who you got? Pittsburgh? Or
Well, I mean, I didn't know what Mike Tomlin was thinking when he started Russell Wilson over Justin Fields, and he just reeled off 5 straight wins. Pittsburgh looks like a top team in the AFC, and Cincinnati hasn't looked like Cincinnati that went to the Super Bowl. So I got to go with Pittsburgh. That's like a no-brainer.
okay.
Yeah, but Kendall, I think Russell Wilson got benched, man. I think Fields starting this week.
Yeah, what I'm saying.
Why
is
you get
back
benched?
now.
I had one loss.
I don't understand that.
Right.
After
I
one
don't, like I
loss?
said, I don't understand what it
I
is. I just
understand
kept
it.
Fields in the game.
Right.
Fields is
Because if you look at it, what's the name is throwing the ball up there for grabs, really, and his receivers are so good, they go take the ball. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he's leading them and they can run with it. When he puts the ball up there, it's a 50-50 ball. And they finally figured that out because he's not as accurate as people think. He throw the ball up there and the receivers go get it, you know. And but a couple of times when he was running around there with his like he had his hair cut off, you know, he was like, you know, the pressure got to him.
Yeah, but you know what I think though? I think this later in the season when you keep switching quarterbacks, it make the team a little weaker.
Okay.
I would
You know what
agree
mean?
with that. I would agree with that.
I don't like that keep switching the quarterback back and forth. That make that team a little weaker, man.
Think about this for a minute, Bruce, because he's done this the last 2 games. He's had third down specialty plays that concern Fields himself. And he'd bring Fields in, and he's been pretty successful with it. So maybe Tomlin is cooking, he's using a different strategy. Everybody's prepared for Russell Wilson, and then suddenly Fields comes in the game. They're not prepared for him. They don't know what he's going to do. So who knows? It might be a smart move. Let's wait and see. But I think Pittsburgh's going to be.
All right, well, we'll see. Go ahead, Don. What you think about the Steelers?
Fields and Wilson all season long. Can't they make up their mind by now?
That's what I'm saying.
With all these changes, I'm going to jump on the bandwagon with Bruce on this one. I think too much of that going back and forth stuff. I thought Wilson was doing great. I thought they were going to stick with him. Now I hear they changing already.
Yeah, Bruce said that.
I know at the beginning of the season it was a big deal. They switched it. They didn't know who they wanted. Then when they settled in with Wilson, we thought, I like to go. I'm going to go with the Bengals on this one. I don't
All right.
Well, if they switch quarterbacks, then I'll go with the Bengals. But I just think if they stick to what they've been doing,
right,
you know,
right.
and
But
winning,
don't sound like they're going to do that.
I mean, because they lost in Cleveland, but we know it was a snowstorm, so I'll give them a little pass because either team could have lost that game. The game was, so I'll give them a pass on that one.
Keep in mind, Jay, before the snow came, Pittsburgh wasn't looking that good. The snow just
but they won 4 or 5 straight,
something like that.
The snow came pretty fast. I don't know what you said. It was like when I turned it on, good. The snow was already there.
Right, and but they play Cleveland. I mean, you know, Cleveland gonna play the Steelers hard anyway. Well,
you know what else? You know what else? Tomlin looking at? He looking at the mobility from Fields.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You know he's a better runner than Wilson, so he's looking at that too.
Okay.
You know,
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Did Fields ever get 1,000 yards rushing when he started? He was up there.
No,
though.
never.
He was there.
Never.
Nah.
He didn't get 1,000, but he was up there. He had at least
when he was
500.
in Chicago, 600-700 yards total.
Yeah,
and those
he
are
was
all
up there.
scrambling. Now, if you count the sideway yards, he probably had 1,000.
No. They got a lot of that.
Right. This is Sports Talk on the WJRG television network. I'm Dr. Jerry Green along with Big Don for Big Don Production, and this show is produced by Big Don Production. We have the legend Bruce Austin, Every Moment Move, Kendall Tyson, my brother-in-law Larry Pearson, and also Bishop, one of the greatest bishops, Ernest Richard Jr. Also, my brother Henry Green will be on Tuesday, and Pastor Walter Teague. Hopefully, he'll be back with us on Tuesday as well. Just one more before I go to basketball. The 49ers and the Bills, man. Who you got, Kendall?
I don't know. The 49ers now have their team back together. Buffalo looked good. Buffalo, knocked off Kansas City. Josh Allen is looking pretty good. 49ers, I'm just going to go with Buffalo just because they beat Kansas City. For no other reason than to argue with Don. I'm probably going to go with the 49ers.
They keep losing, though, right? They can't keep losing, though, Kendall.
Won't be no argument because I'm going to pick the Bills.
Yeah, that's why I just want to argue with you. I'll be sitting next to you in the studio. We'll have something to argue about. That's all.
The Bills or the 49ers?
Yeah, I gotta go with the Bills because the 49ers in the same boat Dallas in. I think they 5-7 too.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So they really are
last year
really playing for nothing. Now is the quarterback back? Purdy was out, you know.
Brock Purdy, yeah, he was out. I know. I'm not sure, Bruce. We got to find that out. Larry, who you got? 49ers or the Bills?
I got to go with the Bills, but I hope the 49ers win because the Bills can be taken. They can be taken with the right defense, and San Francisco got a pretty good defense. And if they get all their weapons back, they could probably take them out. But I'm going with the odds. I'm taking Buffalo.
And the Bills could beat the Chiefs too. Don't forget that too now. All right.
That's why I wanted them to go down.
Right. That's why I remind you. They could beat the Chiefs. All right. All right. I'm going.
Not in the playoffs.
I'm going with Buffalo. I'm going with the Bills. Buffalo Bills. Yes. They lost 4 straight in the Super Bowl. 4 losses.
Four straight. 4
straight. I know the Cowboys twice. I know, and the Giants and the Redskins beat them. Listen, you guys, we're gonna move on. I'm gonna go to basketball.
You out on that one, Jerry?
Huh?
You left me out on that one.
The Vikings lost 4 too.
Go ahead, Bishop.
No, they lost 4 different ones at 4 different times. 4 straight. But
it's still 4.
But let me answer that question. You got to stay with Buffalo on this one. It's in Buffalo. It's in Hyde Park. There's an expected snowstorm.
Wow.
And San Francisco's a fair weather team. I mean, they could probably play in the snow, but not as good as the Bills. Okay. So you better roll with the home team on that one. And to your point, Larry, Minnesota's going to beat Kansas City in the Super Bowl. Get ready for it. Your heart going to be broken, man. But don't worry. We'll be praying for you that you won't. We'll be praying that you don't throw your TV down in the driveway and run it over.
Hey, just like KC did today, it's going to come. It's coming.
I'm gonna tell you, I know I'm trying to stay on track with you, Jerry, but this guy got to realize his team better wake up because they've had so many close calls this year. You can't keep
11-1.
Can't keep winning by the skin of your teeth.
All right, Bishop, I'm gonna start with you on this one since you're talking. If you had the number 1 draft pick, the NBA number 1 NBA draft pick, who would you pick? Kareem, Magic, Bird, Michael, LeBron, Kobe, Dr. J, or Shaq? Who you get? If you had the number 1 pick and you had
in their prime, I'm gonna put all of them in their prime. Good Lord, my heart says Dr. J.
Dr. J.
But my mind says you better take Kareem.
Okay, you got Kareem. You got the number 1 pick, and always.
My heart says Dr. J, but my mind says you better take Kareem.
Why are you saying Dr. J though? I'm asking you a question.
Dr. J because of his all-around play, but Kareem because I'm going to need that middleman to defend. I mean, and the lineup you just gave me right there, man, is going to give me agita all year because if I don't take one of them other 5 guys, I got to fight with these guys for the rest of the season.
Larry, Kareem, Magic, Bird, Michael, LeBron, Kobe, Dr. J, or Shaq, who would you pick number 1? You got the number 1 pick.
I would go with Magic because you can play guard, you can play forward, you can play center.
Here we go again.
That type of guy.
Here we go again. Imagine to win anything without Kareem, but here we go. All right, that's your pick. Okay, you go with Magic. Okay. Okay, Kendall. Kareem,
well, I got to tell you this.
LeBron, Kobe.
When Houston had the first pick, and University of Houston, and they picked Akeem Olajuwon, I never blinked. I mean, I knew Michael Jordan was good. I didn't think he was that good. But, because I saw him play against Len Bias. I thought he was super, but I didn't know he was that good. But when Portland took Sam Bowie, I was like, maybe because they had Clyde Drexler. So what you would think is that my number 1 overall pick would probably be Michael Jordan, but he went 7 years before he won a championship. And Magic won a championship his first year after winning a championship in college. So at the time, playing this position at 6'9", I know Kareem is 7'2", but Chamberlain was up there, and Shaq is 7 feet. Got a lot of 7-footers, but there was never a 6'9" point guard. So
right.
I would have taken Magic. I would say because Magic just had a tendency of just making everybody better around him, and he's been winning. He won everything: high school championship, gold medal, college championship, NBA championship. So he would have been good enough for me. Although Michael Jordan is my all-time favorite player, Magic Johnson would have to be my my person I would
If you had
start
the number
with.
one pick, you go with Magic. How you going with?
Yep, I would have to.
Larry got Magic. Who you got, Bruce?
That's a tough one, man. But I got to go with Jabbar too, man.
Go with Jabbar?
Just for that sky hook alone.
Unstoppable.
You know what I mean?
What has he ever won the NBA without? I mean, when he was by himself.
Right.
No team have won by themselves.
Who the Magic did was by himself?
What have Michael Jordan won by himself?
I mean, Jabbar was in the league how many years before he won the championship?
He won his rookie year with Milwaukee.
With Milwaukee.
His rookie year.
How many years won? How many
years with Milwaukee he won?
He won with Milwaukee. Now, keep in mind, he had Robertson, he had Dandridge. What's that other kid's name? I mean,
Lucius Allen. Yeah, Lucius Allen.
Exactly. So
Lucius Allen was good.
Yeah, all the boys. Bobby Dandridge was good.
He won in the second year, Larry. So you can't. I mean, when Magic got one, right?
I thought it was his rookie year. It was his second
year. Wait. Now, Larry brings up a good point. Hey, Gary, think about this for a minute. And Don, jump in on this, bro. Help a brother out. Of all those people you just named, how many of them won in their first year in the NBA? You only got Magic at the moment.
Yeah,
and
Magic,
then you got Kareem.
That's what I picked.
You got Kareem in his second year with Milwaukee. Actually, no, Kareem's first year with Milwaukee. So you got two that won in your first year.
But how many did he get with Milwaukee?
Bishop, I got to remind you guys of something too. Look, even though Magic won Game 6, I'm not taking that away from him. Kareem, the MVP until he sprung his ankle. The series was tied. All right.
Listen, you ain't got to sell me on it.
The series was tied 2-2. Kareem led him Game 5, and he sprung his ankle in Game 5. Then he went back to 3. All right. Nobody expected Magic to do what he did. But how many points did Jamal Wilkes get in that game, Bishop? That same.
We're going back here.
How many points did Jamal Wilkes get that game, Bishop?
How many kernels of popcorn can you get in a bucket?
He had 37. He had 37 points.
If you can answer this question, then you know how many points he scored. How many kernels of corn can you get in a bucket?
I don't know. But this is what I'm saying. Even though Magic got the credit, that's like when Kyrie and LeBron scored 41 points apiece in Game 5. You can't just say LeBron without Kyrie. Jamal Wilkes scored 37 points that same game. If he just scored 15 points, the Lakers would have lost. He had 37 points that people overlooked that same game. That's a lot of points.
Well, you got to remember also, Jerry, the ball was free because it wasn't going into Kareem all day long. So primarily, I mean, he had open shots. He had to contribute.
He won in
that's not an argument.
Right. And he had to stop Magic, so he had to be open.
That one game,
Magic, so he had to be open.
But Jamal Wilkes was right there with him. He was right
but Jerry, hey, Jerry, if you're gonna look at it that way,
I got to.
Yeah, but check this out. if you're gonna look at it that way, you look at when the Knicks won. Willis Reed got the MVP. But Walt Frazier did the same thing that Wilkes did.
Exactly.
Game 7. Yes.
You know what I mean? So if you're gonna look at it that way, you know it don't always work out the way that it's supposed to because Clyde Frazier should have been MVP too.
Listen, hey Bruce, that was my freshman year in high school. I went to school dog tired that day watching that game, man.
1970.
Now,
that's another way you can look at it too. When Jamal Wilkes got 36?
37 points.
37 points. Who gave him the ball?
Magic gave the ball.
How many assists did Magic get off of that?
Yeah, but
so that still makes Magic.
But if you make the basket, Magic wouldn't have the assist.
Yeah, but
you got to make the basket.
Magic is the one gave him the ball.
So what?
Yeah, but that means, hey, Jerry, that means a lot because the point guard's job is to put you in position to score.
Huh?
He gave him the ball and he scored.
But Bruce did.
He did 2 jobs. Okay, and he rebounded at that.
But Bruce, did Jamal Wilkes win with the Golden State Warriors of '75 with Rick Barry as a rookie? Yeah. Was he a big part of that championship? Jamal Wilkes? Okay.
Sure.
He was a winner, John. He wanted to go Magic got there. So he know how to win.
He had that great night because Kareem wasn't there and Magic gave him the ball.
And guess what, too? A lot of people
say, John, that's what I said a little while ago. You had all these extra shots available because Kareem was
Jerry, did Jamal Wilkes get the MVP in that Golden State series?
No, they got the Rick Barry. You know that. They got the
all right, then. So what you saying?
No, but what I'm saying,
you didn't get it with LA or with Golden State.
But a lot of people keep forgetting too. That same game, he did a number on Dr. J. He slowed Dr. J down that game too. All right, Dr. J had his work cut out for him on the defensive end because he couldn't stop Jamal Wilkes. Jamal Wilkes always gave Dr. J a fit. Always.
Well, Dr. J was an offensive guy.
Well, he always gave him a fit, though.
You didn't see him do a whole lot of defense.
No, but
exactly, Don.
Utilize Dr. J.
You guys never let me brought my point out because I'm going with Michael Jordan. Okay. Because when I look around, I'm going to want me somebody that does it all with a killer instinct. You know, Michael's going to take jumpers. He's going to go inside. He's going to dunk on people.
He never beat Bird, though.
You know, but it's
going to take him 7 years to get there.
Never beat Bird,
no. See, we're talking about who would I pick. I'm saying I would pick Michael. It ain't that he beat Bird.
And I pick Bird.
I beat him because of what I'm looking for. You know, I'm looking for that nice all-around guy, and to me, that would be Michael.
Man, I should have get none of my topics, but let me just say I'm gonna pick Bird. I'm gonna tell you why I'll pick Larry Bird. Because Larry Bird, when he first came in the league as a rookie, the Celtics only won something like 20 games the year before. He came in as a rookie, they won 60-something games. He turned that franchise around in his rookie year. Okay, he was that good, but the Lakers had better teams. And even that 84 year when they beat Tragic Magic, Larry Bird was the MVP. And Bird beat Kareem, he beat Magic, all the guys in that series, and he played the way he was supposed to play. And
but Jerry, I wouldn't say that the Lakers had a better team than Boston in that series. I wouldn't say that.
Well, why wouldn't you?
Because it wasn't like that. They had plenty of help. They had the Chief and all the boys, man.
He wasn't no Kareem.
Kevin McHale.
He wasn't
Kevin McHale. Charles Barkley said Kevin McHale was the toughest man he ever had to guard.
Toughest man anyone ever had to guard.
And they went back and forth. Lakers won, Boston won. Lakers won, Boston won. So you can't say that the Lakers had the better team.
Well, I have to agree with you on that.
They had the better team.
No, you can't say that. How you gonna say that? If the Lakers had the better team, Boston would have never won.
No, Bird carried them that year when they won.
And Magic carried them the year that they won.
I agree. And Kareem.
But I'm saying both of them had plenty of help.
Well, when they beat the Celtics, you guys check this out.
Then they have Dennis Johnson. Didn't they bring Dennis Johnson over there from Phoenix?
They had to. They needed him.
Yeah, but when they beat the Celtics in 1985, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was the most valuable player. It wasn't Magic Johnson.
Yeah, but we understand that. But what we argued about is who had the better team.
That's how good that team was. Okay.
Hey, the Boston was just as good. That's why they went back and forth.
Hey, Jerry.
But the Lakers was better. Go ahead, Kevin.
How was they better?
Wasn't the question?
Okay, number one
who would you start a team with? It wasn't the best player. The best player. If you go with who's the best player out of all of them, I would probably say, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Shaquille O'Neal. Your question was for me, and I'm a Michael Jordan fan. And when Michael was beating LA, I wasn't no LA fan. But who would you start a team with is what you asked. And as far as all around, if we go back, it just seemed like Magic was just the player you would start a team with. That's the only question I was answering. I think Kareem was a better player, obviously. He had the most unstoppable shot there was, the sky hook. I love the fact that somebody sent that letter, Dear Timmy, because although Shaquille O'Neal was the most dominant player when he was out there, Tim Duncan was also out there too. Okay, he should have been on that list. He won a championship his rookie year when he came in with David Robinson and ended up with 5 championships, just like Kobe. So, but who would I start a team with? I would start a team with Magic Johnson because he just seemed to make everybody better. I would start a team with Larry Bird also. Michael Jordan didn't make everybody better. Michael Jordan went like 8 or 9 years. He was the best talent.
I wasn't looking at that, Kendall. I was looking at what I want. If I pick my man, I'm looking at what I want, not what you want. or what you guys say or what y'all think.
But when he came out of college,
I like the way I pick a team. I would
Yeah, but you know what? You know what else you got to look at?
I mean, Michael
what
still
else you
won
gotta look at?
6 rings. So if we want to go into all that, we can say that too. But I would pick Michael. That's what I'm saying. Not what you would pick, or not what Michael didn't do. I would pick him, and I would know how I want to use him.
Yeah, but you know what? You know what else you got to look at?
With that one, he was the best player to ever play. Michael Jordan is still my favorite player, even though LeBron James is making the case for a career-wise best player. Michael Jordan is still my all-time favorite, greatest player in the NBA. I understand that.
Hey, when you're talking about who would you start a team with, you also have to look at the eras, because when Jabbar and them played, that's the reason Michael Jordan went third, because it was a center's game back then.
That's right.
Right.
If you look at this era here, it's a 3-point shooters era.
Sure is.
So it all depends on what area. If you're in Jabbar era, you pick Jabbar to start the team because the first option was down low.
Yeah, get the
And
ball.
you had to have a good center.
Right.
You know what I mean? In this era, they shooting threes on a 1-on-none.
And this era, even the 7'6" guy is getting 5 and 6 threes a game. Wembanyama is playing better than anybody in the NBA right now.
All right. The Donald got to leave in a few. Listen, Bishop, would you trade Trae Young or Damian Lillard to the Lakers? If the Lakers for the trade deadline,
My question is, what am I getting back?
You might get.
Great question. Great question.
No, the reason why I say that, Jerry, is because you just named 2 guys, Lillard.
I heard about Trae Young though. I heard there was
Trae Young is he's not a one-trick pony, but he's a one-man show. If you look at him, he pretty much tries to do it almost all by himself, and then Lillard, I'm not even figuring out, since he's been in Milwaukee, what has he done? So I'm going to be, if I'm
Lillard been on fire, man.
That's recently, but I'm saying as the GM, all right, I'm going to put on the GM's hat. I need a guard that can come in, penetrate, a guard that can dish the ball, get it where it needs to be, somebody that can help.
Trae Young.
He had 22 assists the other day.
I tell you what, Jerry.
Is he better than D'Angelo Russell?
If the Lakers ever got Trae Young, it would be all over.
Yeah.
It would be all over because that's the way he plays. He's a very good point guard.
Exactly.
I don't know what I mean? Not at all. They better not even mess with Trae Young. Trae Young would try to take over. He can't do that.
Is he better than D'Angelo Russell?
Listen, you must haven't been watching Atlanta play this year. They got all them young boys, and they playing good ball.
He's good for Atlanta. He's not going to be good in LA.
Or he would be great with LA. He would be great with LA.
And those guys, he's not going to be able to fit in.
I think he would be great because he could go back to original point guard role.
But I'll let the guys answer before we go. I know it's getting late. But what I'm saying, if he's better than D'Angelo Russell or Austin Reeves and the guys got, I mean, and he's that third fiddle that a lot better than Russell Westbrook, and he can. I mean, now he get the shot.
It's all about fitting in. He don't fit in with the Lakers though.
Oh, he would fit in. He would fit in
with the Lakers.
Now,
he's a player. He would fit in.
He runs Atlanta, and he can't run the Lakers.
Lillard would fit in though.
If he step outside his comfort zone, it wouldn't work. And he would be outside his comfort zone trying to deal with LeBron James. It wouldn't work.
All right, go ahead, Larry.
I think Lillard would fit in more as a pure shooter, because they don't really need that much, because the Lakers are set up. All they need is a guard that can get them at least 15 to 20, and that can really shoot. And not like the guards they got there now.
That's Trae Young. Better believe it.
Trae Young would be gunning. He wouldn't work.
All right, okay.
No, I think he'd be perfect.
No.
All right, okay.
The Lakers won't even take him.
If they could get him, you better believe they go get him.
They will get him. They'll take him.
Better believe it.
He wants to go to LA, and the Lakers got pieces. They got Hachimura, whatever the guy named. They got Austin Reeves.
Atlanta don't need none of them guys. Y'all haven't been watching Atlanta. Atlanta got 4 or 5 young draft picks that's balling out.
Yeah, I gotta see what
Why
Atlanta
would they want? Why would they want the Hachimura? For what?
Who else the Lakers gonna give up?
Nobody. That's why they can't get them.
They was talking.
The Lakers don't have nobody that Atlanta wants.
They give a draft pick.
It's a draft pick, Bruce.
They don't listen. When a team got 4 or 5 young guys, they don't need no more draft picks.
Well, I brought it up because that's what I was reading about the rumors that the Lakers, because the Lakers is trying to get another player, and to your point, if they got young boys, they don't want to be under the fiddle of Trae Young. They want their own team.
Yeah, but check this out. Y'all remember the guy Hunter that Atlanta got a couple years ago?
Yeah.
Okay.
He can't even hardly get in the lineup now because of the great draft picks that them guys got now.
Right, and maybe
they picked him. They picked him for the future, and he ain't no scrub. He can't even get in the game, hardly.
Maybe that's why they don't need a Trae Young.
They need Trae Young.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they need Trae Young.
But if
They put the point guard for Atlanta if they don't have Trae Young.
It's still his team.
Hey, they're developing guys that can play team ball. Young
They love Trae Young. They love Trae Young in Atlanta.
Defense.
How many guys out there? Y'all always holler defense. How many guys playing defense? How much defense stuff play?
Listen. Hey, Bishop, close us out, man. Donald got to run, man. We're gonna.
All right. Well, we thank each and every one of you that have come to see this great podcast. Another great show. Of course, it's good that
Another great win too.
Yeah. Well, barring the fact that the Chiefs barely got away with the skin of their teeth. No.
By the skin of their teeth.
But we thank God for each and every one of you. Don't forget, if you haven't done it yet, sign up the Roku channel, Apple TV, Amazon TV, Fire Stick. Download KMI International, a great app if you're looking for a word for the day, if you're looking for a great stage play, or even this show, Sports Talk. We bless God for Big Don Productions, who's the sponsor of this show. Thank you, Dr. Jerry Green, who is our host, to the great legendary Bruce Austin, to my man from Maryland, Larry Pearson, diehard Kansas City fan.
KC.
Then there's yours truly. Hey, what need I say? Look in the background. You know where I stand. Anyway, let's go before the Father.
Choo, Charlie.
Father, we thank you for this time, this opportunity, this chance to fellowship. Thank you for yet another great show. Thank you for those who have watched us. God, we thank you that you're enlarging our territory, God, that you're opening new doors and making new ways. As we move forward, God, help us to not just talk about the subjects we talk about, but help us to remember to remind everybody that without you, we can't live, move, or have our being. We thank you, God, for our brother Kendall, God, for all that he does. Lord, thank you for keeping him, Father, while he's out there on the highways. And God, thank you for our families. Thank you for a great Thanksgiving weekend, God. Thank you for all that you are doing. But as we leave this place, God, we can never, ever, ever leave your presence. So go with us, stand with us. Just walk us through, God. Lead us, guide us. Continue to guard us, govern us, protect us as we look to the hill from which cometh our help. Now, unto him who's able to present us faultless before his throne, to the only wise God be glory, majesty, dominion, and power, both now, henceforth, and forevermore. And the men of God said, Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Amen. That's our closer.
Hey, I
Appreciate
you guys, man, and have a blessed weekend. And we'll see everybody
Good night,
Tuesday
gentlemen.
Sports.
Great show, fellas.
Hey, Jay, just so you know, next Thursday, Green Bay and Detroit. If Detroit pulled what they pulled yesterday, they going down.
All right. And I would thank our viewers for watching the show, those on Facebook, on YouTube, and make sure you share this show to your friends and tell your friends about Sports Talk. And we'll give out the phone number on Tuesday. Please call them with any comments, and we'll see everybody on Tuesday night. You guys have a blessed week, man. Any final comments? Bruce, anybody?
Great game. Y'all stay safe.
All right, y'all. All right, Larry. God bless everybody.
Okay.
Go to church or your team ain't going to make it Sunday. No, I'm sorry.